Slothin? Well, let's say this. She had a lot to say.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alyssa Slotkin.
Alyssa
I'm
Slotkin.
honored to have the opportunity to speak tonight.
Slotkin.
It's late, so I promise to be a lot shorter than what you just watched.
Wow.
I won't take it personally if you've never heard of me. I'm the new senator from the great state of Michigan, where I grew up. I've been in public service my entire life because I happened to be in New York City on 9/11 when the Twin Towers came down. Before the smoke cleared, I knew I wanted to make a life in national security. I was recruited by the CIA and did 3 tours in Iraq alongside the...
Recruited by the CIA? Hold on, bro. I don't think that might have been your best opening, sweetheart. Recruited by the CIA? Yeah. Okay. Continue. Right.
military. In between, I worked at the White House under President Bush and President Obama, 2 very different leaders who both believed that America is exceptional.
I mean, 2 different leaders that went at it with the Muslims. I mean, they had commonality there. There was some common traits in there. Both of them was out here bombing children in whatever Middle Eastern country. So, I mean, if you're talking about you were part of both of those administrations, I'm looking at you even crazier now. Like, hold on. Ooh, CIA, Bush, Obama? That's not a good resume, sweetheart, but okay.
Find that same sense of patriotism here in Wyandotte, Michigan, where I'm speaking from tonight. It's a working class town just south of Detroit. President Trump and I both won here in November. It might not seem like it, but plenty of places like this still exist across the United States. Places where people believe that if you work hard and play by the rules, you should do well and your kids should do better. It reminds me of how I grew up. My dad was a lifelong Republican, my mom a lifelong Democrat, but it was never a big deal because we had shared values that were bigger than any one party.
Yeah.
We just went through another fraud.
I mean, yeah, we was all standing on the Constitution. Everybody was back and they was cool with that. Now it kind of seems like y'all kind of want to do away with the Constitution, but then the only time y'all want to bring up the Constitution is when you want to spite Trump. And then y'all don't even bring it up in the right way.
Election season. Americans made it clear that prices are too high and that the government needs to be more responsive to their needs. America wants change, but there's a responsible way to make change and a reckless way. And we can make that change without forgetting who we are as a country. And as a
guys, we got about 80 y'all in here, man. Do me a favor and double tap that screen and like the video with the 3 dots up there in the corner. Well, let's get back to Miss Slotkin.
Democracy. So that's what I'm going to lay out tonight. Because whether you're from Wyandotte or Wichita, most Americans share 3 core beliefs. That the middle class is the engine of our country, that strong national security protects us from harm, and that our democracy, no matter how messy, is unparalleled and worth fighting for. Let's start with the economy. Michigan literally invented the middle class, the revolutionary idea that you could work at an auto plant and afford the car you were building. That's the American dream. And in order to expand and protect the middle class, we have to do a few basic things. We need to bring down the price of things we spend the most money on: groceries, housing, healthcare. We need to make more things in America with good-paying union jobs and bring our supply chains back home from places like China.
Okay, great.
We need to give American businesses the certainty they need to invest and create the jobs of the future. And we need a tax system that's fair for people who don't happen to make $1 billion. Look, the president talked a big game on the economy, but it's always important to read the fine print.
I mean,
so do his plans actually help Americans get ahead? Not even close. President Trump is trying to deliver an unprecedented giveaway to his billionaire friends. He's on the hunt to find trillions of dollars to pass along to the wealthiest in America.
Yeah, sweetheart, you're going to have to explain that part because so far we've just stopped a lot of payments and that's it. Like there's been no transfers, no nothing. The money's just sitting still and no longer being sent to like, I don't know, like foolish things. So what are you saying here? Like you're trying to say that it's going to be used against us. How?
And to do that, he's going to make you pay in every part of your life.
Like y'all did? Like what Biden did? Like made us pay in every part of our life? I mean, we've already did that. But all right, though, like I said, the Dems really don't understand what we the people has been going through the past 4 years. And it's kind of just like, sweetheart, have you not like been checking in with the people lately? Like we've already been through that. What are you talking about?
Grocery and home prices are going up, not down.
They've been going up.
and he hasn't laid out a credible plan to deal with either of those. His tariffs on allies like Canada will raise prices on energy, lumber, and cars, and start a trade war that will hurt manufacturing and farmers.
So how else are we supposed to bring home this manufacturing then? It's like y'all have all the criticism with no results. It's like it's honestly like an asshole opinion. It's like, you know, those people who want to like criticize you all the time but don't have nothing better in you in mind. Like they want to criticize what you're doing, but they don't have a better plan. It's like that's an asshole opinion in my honestly, in my opinion, it's an asshole opinion in my eyes. And I'm gonna tell you why, because like, bro, if you don't got a better plan, if you don't got a better plan, ma'am, then shut up. Like for real, if you all you got is criticism without a better plan to make these people pay their fair share with us, if you can't bring up that there's a trade deficit with them that should not be there, then shut up. Like I'm not trying to really hear that. Like I'm trying to hear a plan. If you got something better, I'm willing to hear it though.
Your premiums and prescriptions will cost more because the math on his proposals doesn't work without going after your health care.
Bro.
Meanwhile, for those keeping score, the national debt is going up, not down. And if he's not careful, he could walk us right.
Because of you, these motherfuckers, bro. Hey, yo. Hey, nah. Okay, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. These Democrats about to make me jump out my body with that one. I'm like, hey, no way. Because of y'all. Because of y'all. Dude, y'all not know that us, the people, know that, yes, it was y'all that was putting through this. And now you're telling us that, oh, yeah, it's all Trump's fault. As if y'all was not running things the past 4 years. It's like, bro, what's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with this triple neg? No, never mind.
Into a recession.
Let me not say too much.
And one more thing. In order to pay for his plan, he could very well come after your retirement. The Social Security, Medicare, and VA benefits you worked your whole life to earn. The president claims he won't, but Elon Musk just called Social Security the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time. While we're on the subject of Elon Musk, is there anyone in America?
I mean, do you not want to address okay, see, that's what I'm saying. It's like they want to get mad at what he's saying, but they don't want to address like the substance of it. They don't want to address the facts of the matter, or at least the claims are being said. It's like, hey, yo, well, you're mad about this whole Ponzi scheme thing. Well, what's going on with these people? What's going on with these Social Securities being reused to the point where we got people logged in at 120 years old? It's like, what's going on with that? Like, you can't just say, oh, he called it a Ponzi scheme because he found fraud in it. I'm like, no shit. No shit. Now, if you want to disprove this fraud that's going on in Social Security, please do so. And we'll go ahead and call Trump out on it too, and Doge. But y'all not doing that. Y'all kind of just getting mad that they found it and then say it's a lie.
Who is comfortable with him and his gang of 20-year-olds using their own computer servers to poke through your tax returns, your health information, and your bank account.
Those, bro, the two people that are with, the two people that are with Elon are Treasury employees. Yes, they are Treasury employees. The Treasury secretary had an interview with Bloomberg and literally said, bro, I hired Big Balls. I was there during the interview. I gave that man his final interview. I gave them guy who y'all mad about, Big Balls, the interview to be in Treasury. Yes, he has two Treasury employees running with him doing this stuff. Y'all can't complain.
No oversight, no protections against cyber attack, no guardrails on what they do with your private data. We need a more efficient government. You want to cut waste? I'll help you do it. But change doesn't need.
You'll help us do it. Why the fuck you ain't been doing it? Like, what the hell are you saying? Why ain't you been did this? What are you talking about? You had time to been do this. Why didn't your party been do this? Why didn't y'all been cut this? Why are y'all no? As soon as we try to cut this stuff, y'all want to act like it's unconstitutional. I'm not hearing that. You're talking about, oh, well, you could have just asked for our help. Nigga, we've been asking for your woman. We've been asking for y'all help for about 4 years on cutting this wasteful spending. Y'all ain't said nothing. Actually, y'all gaslighted us by telling us we're in the best economy ever.
To be chaotic or make us less safe.
I can't believe
the mindless firing of people who work to protect our nuclear weapons, keep our planes from crashing, and conduct the research that finds the cure for cancer, only to rehire them 2 days later. No CEO in America could do that without being summarily fired. Okay, so we've talked about economic security. How about national security?
Okay.
Let's start with the border. As someone who spent my whole career protecting our homeland, Every country deserves to know who and what is coming across its border, period. Democrats and Republicans should all be for that. But securing the border without actually fixing our broken immigration system is dealing with the symptom and not the disease. America is a nation of immigrants.
Bro, woman, what? I mean, if there are illegal people crossing over, you're pretty much saying you shouldn't have fixed the border. You should have fixed our immigration problem. I'm like, bro, fixing the border is part of the immigration. Like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Hold on. Did she just separate the border from immigration policies? Like, how you do that? How did she do that?
We need a functional system keyed to the needs of our economy that allows vetted people to come and work here legally. So I look forward to the president's plan on that. Because here's the thing. Today's world is deep.
And shout out my man Castro with the $10. Appreciate the support, my man. He said bid request incoming. Man, shout out Vlad. And this lady here, bro. I ain't gonna lie, she need to get up out of here with that, bro. I cannot believe what she literally just came on here and said. Like, like, where have y'all Democrats been the past 4 years? Like, y'all just popped up out as soon as Trump won the election, and you're looking outside, and now y'all just popped out on Trump derangement. Like, I had no idea what's been going on. You had no idea the American people was suffering for the past 4 years. You just popped out and just seen what was going on and be like, oh, who's president now? Oh, Trump? Okay, yeah, it's his fault. Really? Really now?
Deeply interconnected. Migration, cyber threats, AI, environmental destruction, terrorism. One nation cannot face these issues alone. We need friends in all corners, and our safety depends on it. President Trump loves to say peace through strength. That's actually a line he stole from Ronald Reagan. But let me tell you, after the spectacle that just took place in the Oval Office last week, Reagan must be rolling in his grave. We all want an end to the war in Ukraine, but Reagan understood that true strength required America to combine our military and economic might with moral clarity.
Nigga, what?
And that scene in the Oval Office wasn't just a bad episode of—
Hold on, sweetheart. So, moral clarity. So, what's the moral clarity here? You want us to go to war with Putin on moral clarity? I mean, a lot of people could stand the moral clarity on NATO. We like, what about NATO's moral clarity? Didn't they break their word in like behind closed doors, verbal conversation? If you want to talk about moral clarity, like let's talk about people stabbing other people in the back and not keeping their word, and then saying that the other people don't keep their word. It's like, you want to talk about moral clarity? Bro, y'all was lying about the president's health. These niggas, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Excuse my language tonight, but she's taking me, bro. Okay. Really?
reality TV.
Let's
It
let her
summed
cook.
up Trump's whole approach to the world. He believes in cozying up to dictators like Vladimir Putin and kicking our friends like the Canadians in the teeth. He sees American leadership as merely a series of real estate transactions. As a Cold War kid, I'm thankful it was Reagan and not Trump in office in the 1980s. Trump would have lost us the Cold War. Donald Trump's actions suggest that in his heart, he doesn't believe we're an exceptional nation. He clearly doesn't think we should lead the world. Look, America is not perfect, but I stand with the majority of Americans who believe we are still exceptional.
What are you? Okay, okay. Look, where are you trying to tie this to? How'd you go from Putin, this whole situation from Putin, from him not thinking America's exceptional anymore? I'm so confused now. Like, all right, she's trying to hit us with the weave somehow, and I'm trying to be like, all right. The problem is you're too far into the Trump derangement syndrome, where it is just starting to sound like CIA talking points. You know, what you said, you were recruited by the CIA. So at this point, you know, kind of hard to believe what you're saying now, sis.
Paralleled. And I would rather have American leadership over Chinese or Russian leadership any day of the week. Because
Bro, she really say that? Did she really just say that? She'd rather have Chinese and Russian leadership any day of the week? Fantastic. Take your ass over there right now. No. You stand on that. Somebody should make her stand on that statement right there. Great. Go over there because y'all sound stupid as hell when y'all say stuff like that. It's like, oh, I'd rather live under China and Russia. Cool. I'll pay for the ticket. Bye.
He doesn't believe we're an exceptional nation. He clearly doesn't think we should lead the world. Look, America is not perfect, but I stand with the majority of Americans who believe we are still exceptional, unparalleled. And I would rather have American leadership over Chinese or Russian leadership any day of the week. Because
hey, yo, the disrespect is crazy now. She literally said, I'd rather be under a communist oligarchy rule than be up under this be up under this constitutional republic. Pretty much just said, I'd rather have no rights than all the rights because Trump got these women willing to give up their rights, bro. Oh, man. Oh, my God.
Because for generations, America has offered something better. Our security.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. At that point alone, as soon as she said that, I feel like any American, any real American is just gonna turn it off. You said you'd rather be under whose rule? Oh yeah, I'm not listening to this no more. You sold it. You sold. Who voted you in? Who? Michigan? Michigan. What the fuck? Michigan, bro. This y'all real? Like, bro, you went red during the election, then you invite this woman in? Oh God, man, what's wrong with y'all?
And our prosperity, yes, but our democracy, our very system of government, has been the aspiration of the world. And right now, it's at risk. It's at risk when the president decides you can pick and choose what rules you want to follow, when he ignores court orders and the Constitution itself, or when elected leaders stand by and just let it happen.
Really?
But it's also at risk when the president pits Americans against each other, when he demonizes those who are different and tells certain people they shouldn't be included. Because America is not just a patch of land between two oceans. We are more than that. Generations have fought and died to secure the fundamental rights that define us. Those rights and the fight for them make us who we are. We're a nation of strivers, risk takers, innovators, and we are never satisfied. That is America's superpower. And look, I've lived and worked in many countries. I've seen democracies flicker out. I've seen what life is like when
I know, because you're an ex-CIA agent, and your main job was to sit there and turn over government. You worked for Obama. Hold on, this whole Ukraine situation, you might have had work in this. Like, bro, what? We know what the CIA do. They overthrow leaderships to fit the American agenda at the time. And you saying that you work for Obama, and Obama is when this whole, flip from pro-Russia to anti-Russia leadership happened in, in Ukraine. So
Bruh.
I ain't gonna lie, you looking kind of complicit right now, baby girl. This is one of them moments. Ex-CIA. Worked with Obama and Bush. Okay.
Government is rigged. You can't open a business without paying off a corrupt official. You can't criticize the guys in charge without getting a knock at the door in the middle of the night. So as much as we need to make our government more responsive to our lives today, don't for one moment fool yourself that democracy isn't precious and worth saving. But how do we actually do that? I know a lot of you have been asking that question. First, don't tune out. It's easy to be exhausted, but America needs you now more than ever. If previous generations had not fought for this democracy, where would we be today? Second, hold your elected officials, including me.
I mean, sweetheart, you just said you'd rather be under communist rule at this point. I mean, you can't even talk about the protecting the democracy no more. That's kind of out there. You're out of that.
Accountable. Watch how they're voting. Go to town halls and demand they take action. That's as American as apple pie. Third, organize. Pick just one issue you're passionate about and engage. And doom scrolling doesn't count.
I'm weak. Basically saying be a one-issue voter.
Join a group that cares about your issue and act. And if you can't find one, start one. Some of the most important movements in our history have come from the bottle up. In closing, we all know that our country is going through something right now. We're not sure what the next day is going to hold, let alone the next decade. But this isn't the first time we've experienced significant and tumultuous change as a country. I'm a student of history, and we've gone through periods of political instability before. And ultimately, we've chosen to keep changing this country for the better. But every single time, we've only gotten through those moments because of two things: engaged citizens and principled leaders. Engaged citizens who do a little bit more than they're used to doing to fight for the things that they care about, and principled leaders who are ready to receive the ball and do something about it. So thank you tonight for caring about your country, Just by watching, you qualify as engaged citizens. And I promise that I and my fellow Democrats will do everything in our power to be the principled leaders.
Yeah, I mean, y'all already screwed that up. I mean, what do you mean? You had that chance with Biden. Where now y'all want to do this? Now y'all want to stand on principle? I mean, you spent the whole, you spent the whole presidency lying to the people. So, I don't know if we could trust you on this whole principle point. But hey, let's get into what this man Bernie Sanders got to say. Hey, like I said, we like to listen to both sides around here.
We're in the Capitol tonight listening to that speech. In other words, it is there for all to see.
Yes, it is.
The Trump administration is not hiding it.